Your work is essentially part of your brain that's been cleaved off
Chop chop.
and has wandered off, still alive, without you, to go find fortune and seek its fame in the world. And you should just let it go, basically.
Let it go.
Hello. I'm here. I'm back. It's episode whatever number this is of Behind the Streams. And it's about the post. I can't remember what it was called. It was something like, your brain is out there without you. Or something. I actually had an alternate title, which was Brainscapes, and then I thought I could do Brain Escapes. You could write it as brain, and then the E would be in parentheses, and then scape, brainscape. Sometimes you reach for these things, try and pluck the fruit from the tree.
He took the idea. He saw it ripe on the tree. He plucked it.
And it's a rotten fruit. It's weird that we're talking about bad ideas, good ideas, ideas that are out there, because that's essentially what this one was about. In terms of where the inspiration came from, I'm going to blame the shower.
I mean, this is where I want to be.
Yes, I do a lot of dialogue things in the shower, which don't relate to anything in my life, but often just like something I might be going to write one day. I don't know. Sometimes I'm just in there, la-di-da, daydreaming, thinking about the world. There's that famous quote or line or whatever, I don't know who said it, about, you know, when you have a child, it's like your heart walking around outside your body. You know, people that make stuff and share it with the world, that's like letting a child go out into the world, except it's a part of the brain. It's probably a part of their heart as well, part of their soul out there wandering around, little bindle on a stick out there trying to find me somebody to love. Someone to love it. Push it out the door. Yeah, so it just got me thinking about how we view our work once it's out of our brain and plopped onto the ground like some kind of gelatinous glob of awesome potential. Who knows what it could be? It's just there, party brain on the ground, and you just kick it like a football. Out you go. Because letting your art go, okay, so it's a bit of your brain outside of your body walking around, but it's also your vulnerability walking around. It's also your fear. It's also your expectation. If you're actually sharing an authentic part of yourself, like it's a real deal, it's an actual part of your brain that you formed into something and you've sent it out, you're worried about this thing. You're frightened that it's going to get bullied, beaten up, kicked around and not loved. And you worry about it because it's literally a part of you. It's like you popped your skull, a little bit of gas released.
She's just gassy.
Took out a little sliver of your brain. Like what? Which Hannibal Lecter movie is that one? I don't think I liked that one. Where he like cuts the top of his head off and playing with his brain. It's not like that. It's different than that. Totally metaphorically. You're popping the hood of your brain and digging around in the engine and pulling out spare parts and shipping them off to find their destinies. Sorry, my leg's itchy.
Shit'll buff out.
And because it's come out of your brain, or it's a part of your brain, whether it be a song, a painting, a photograph, something you've written, some YouTube video that goes for 20 minutes about something you're really passionate about that nobody else is, but you're sharing it. You've hit published. It's out in the world.
What, and just roam free?
You've taken a chance. You've taken a risk. You've left yourself open. I mean, you get it. Post itself, basically the structure, the breakdown of it. I thought, well, okay, what are some visual metaphor ways that we can think of a part of your brain being released into the world? I had iceberg, you know, like a glacier carving. Carving. Sorry, my accent. I can see the two words in my head. Carving, C-A-L-V-I-N-G, and carving, C-A-R-V-I-N-G. I mean the carving, like a little calf. Veal iceberg. That is not cool. I'm going to get cancelled for that. Basically, things that break off. So icebergs, gone, cleaved, gone. I thought about, weirdly, Amelia Earhart.
What's the rumpus, Ace?
Flying off into the sunset, never to be seen again. It's a sad story, but, you know, that adventurous spirit of hers, just disappearing into the sunset. should you salute with left hand? I can't remember which one it is. I also really loved the idea of like you going into the sunset and then you drop into the slipstream of the sun and just follow it around sunset to sunrise, sunset. I know that's not how the solar system works, and it's the Earth that is rotating, not the sun around the Earth. The Earth is not a narcissist. It does not think everything revolves around it.
I object.
Although the people on the Earth maybe sometimes do. That's a tangent. Let's get back on track. Part of your brain puts on a rucksack, heads off into the wilderness like an explorer.
What have I done?
Off to far off mountains and, just to go discover the unknown country. One that I didn't use was like, it was like blowing a perfect bubble.
A bubble boy? Yes, a bubble boy.
And it floats off and gets caught by the air, but then it could pop, so maybe that's not a good idea. I didn't use that one anyway. What was another one? Ooh, subway door open, your little brain cuts itself off from you, steps out onto the platform, leaving you on the subway car.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Farewell, idea. Good journey. So that was like the first part of it, just having those little visualizations of ideas breaking off from your brain and going out to find themselves. And then the second part of that structure was like, okay, what are the kind of experiences those parts of your brain can have out in the world? And some of them will become successful. Some of them will, they'll disappear and they'll just be a memory only to you. You'll be the only one that knew they existed because they just, landed like I don't want to say fart in church because that's a cliche.
Well, gassy.
And some will come back to you eventually.
Baby, come back.
I was thinking about, these little pieces of your brain, they grow, they evolve out in the wild, they get their own life experiences, and by the time they come back to you, if they come back to you, they're kind of changed.
You've changed, man.
They're not the original idea that you sent out there, and it's surprising and it can be delightful. Sometimes your idea will do nothing. It'll fall down a ravine and nothing will save it. It's a sad, sad thing. I think that's probably all I want to say this week. Let your little brain pieces become the work that they're destined to become. Let them go out into the world and, again, fulfill their destiny beyond what you thought they might have been. And I say, wave them goodbye.
Wind wave. Wind wave.
Wish them a good journey. Do what I do. Salute them. Off you pop. They are heading off into the world without you. They are you, but they are without you. Out into the world. Glorious! Isn't it great to make stuff? Don't get too obsessed about reactions to them. I get caught up in that. Like, I'm always like, ooh, a podcast went out today. How's it doing? Who cares? Just keep shoveling that coal into the old burner. Not coal. That's not very environmentally. I will say that I did think about something while I was writing this. I'm just going to show you. This. My friend John gave me this for my birthday. John Freebird. That's not his name. And I didn't know why, but I love this. I think about this all the time. I always misremember it. I always think it says safe, we are now returning. But obviously it says safe, we are returning now. And it's from a Nintendo game called something Commando, Bionic Commando. And I actually Googled the line that this is from because this is actually half of a sentence, the safe part. It is, so the character Ladd, L-A-D-D, says, "This is Ladd, our mission accomplished. Super Joe is safe. We are returning now." We are now returning. I think that's how I would have edited it. But even the two characters, Ladd and I guess that's Super Joe, he's rescued him. Ideas can rescue us. Your brain can rescue you. Up close. And I think why I love it is the idea of returning. Like ideas come back to you. And when they come back, they're safe with you once more. They get their little boost of confidence and out they go again. And like that applies to a lot of different things. Like the revisiting of should feel safe. And you might say, oh, what's that got to do with anything, Janine? I don't know where I'm going with this, but your work, once it's out there, either it dips back in with you or you dip back in with it, it's somehow changed. And it's like each time the idea has been out there gaining experience, it comes back to you. You're a changed person. The work has changed.
You've changed, man. You've changed.
I can't imagine what it must be like to be, a songwriter or an author and have work that's been out there 20, 30 years and then like an interviewer asks you about it, and it's like it's 30 years later, the work has grown, it's changed. If you're a singer, maybe you sing it differently on stage. Maybe it's had so many interpretations of it. Maybe someone comes up to you on the street and said, "This song changed my life." That's what that part of your brain out there without you did, without you. I haven't made anything that's affected anybody. I think it's a worthy pursuit. These are my children living outside of my body. My brain, my heart, my soul, everything. And I salute my idea goodbye. Just like I'll put this out here. It'll land, it won't land. It'll live on its own 2 feet. That's what your work does. It has to learn to stand on its own 2 feet. Because once you're finished with it, it's got to grow up. It's got to move out of home. I hope you read this one, enjoyed this one. That's about it. Until next we meet, I guess. Love what you love. And I'll see you out there making stuff with your brain. And then chipping off little parts of it and watching them walk away or fly away or chip away or just float. Bye.